You seem a little blurrier than you.
And you're also a little fuzzy, yes.
I think it may actually be me, not the webcam.
We're blaming... It's the frigid air. He's actually in a block of ice.
So. You're all blurry with me.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
I don't need you, movie.
It does kind of look like a Japanese horror movie when I go... because then...
Oh.
Like, this movie, I want...
Oh, I'm sorry. What the hell was that? Okay, what's the movie anyway? Do we know what we're watching?
I figured we'd go with the one you picked. Why don't you tell us a little bit about 1955's The Fast and the Furious?
Well, 1955's The Fast and the Furious has nothing to do with The Fast and the Furious with Vin Diesel and everything of these days. No, somebody just came along and liked the name, and then they just, copyrighted the name and made a completely different movie. But this guy is a happy little movie about an escaped convict who escapes and is trying to run away from the cops, and to get away from the cops, he joins a race to get across the border into Mexico. And hilarity ensues.
Due to a technical difficulty, the entire cast of the movie has been murdered before the opening credits.
Well, that definitely was Fast and Furious.
Somebody's insurance is going up. Somebody's going to get an increase in their insurance bill. You just wait and see.
Somebody really needs to be using their GPS.
Snub Pollard, told you so.
Well, this is the third left turn we've taken. I think we're lost.
That or we're just going in a giant circle, but what sort of moron would race in a giant circle?
Merry-go-round of death!
That would be a better movie.
They're approaching speed of 45!
The wheels on the bus go kill, kill, kill!
Racing at the amazing speed of 30 miles an hour.
And Speed Racer has taken the inside track, and he is moved into 4th place.
Go, Speed Racer, go, Speed Racer, go, Speed Racer, go. You knew one of us had to do that.
Thank you.
Is the Wicked Witch gonna show up?
You can tell it's rustic by the font on the sign.
You know the comical music they're playing is because a woman is driving, right?
You can eat lunch in here?
I plan to.
Swell, so am I.
It's Orson Welles, ladies and gentlemen.
Do I know you?
You don't have to be
Let
introduced.
me tell you how good that peas
No, but I
are.
prefer.
Okay, lady. Excuse me for trying to be friendly.
Or maybe it's Frank Cannon, private investigator.
I think he may have just given her car a sexually transmitted disease.
It's a waste of the taxpayers' money. What it'll be, folks, is if the taxes aren't high enough already.
Coffee and a hamburger.
I have an egg tart time.
Need more beef
Well, I might have to look
in my body
Won't you
now.
have I'll wait.
Is that what you run that job?
What do you bet he makes a play for the waitress?
Uh-huh. Well, I'll go look for it. Be right back.
Ever raced it?
Mm.
You ever look into that race that goes to Mexico, the International?
I'm racing it.
Real sport, huh?
I couldn't find anything back there. But I put your hamburger on.
Oh, forget it. Grapefruit juice will do.
That I know we haven't got. Say, did you two hear about that guy that broke out of jail up in Coachella? Some jail they got up there, huh? I'm telling you, honey, it ain't safe on the road these days.
Boy, I hope he doesn't show up here.
Well, worry or not, it ain't safe.
Get that exposition in, no extra
They
charge.
called Webster, drove a truck right off the road. Murder, that's what it is.
You could say that again.
Murder.
Murder
You come up
most
that way?
foul.
A buddy of mine told me about it.
Cops got him, let him go again.
They won't get away
Murder,
from us.
she wrote.
You and who else?
Listen, every trucker on the
No, I'm
highway
pretty sure
is
she
watching
said
for
it.
this guy. We'll find him. And when we do, we don't even
Murder,
have time to
she
think about
said.
getting away.
That's
mean?
better.
That's what she
I
said.
can shoot as straight as any cop.
Well, they put it on the radio what he looks like, but they said they didn't have a picture of him.
Cop.
Well, they may have
just-
put the picture of him on the
Oh,
radio,
don't worry, I
but
do.
nobody
I
could
talk
see
to
it.
people all the time, and I get
He had
the
a great
picture.
That's what an
face.
RKO radio picture is.
Yeah. This guy don't seem much interested in the case.
I wonder if you could get the pineapple juice.
Now, sure, lady, be right back.
Hitchhiking?
Find it hard to believe if he was in jail, they wouldn't have a photograph of him.
I'm walking. Oh, I'll give you a lift. What's your name? Bob Nielsen's mine.
Inmate 295. I mean,
Myers, huh? Where you from?
You ask a lot of questions, Mr. Nielsen, but I'm from El
Friend
Centro.
request denied, Bob.
Right near where Webster killed that guy, huh? You know him? Webster?
No.
Hear about it?
How could I help?
Interested?
No. No, I'm not.
If I'm giving you a lift, Myers, I'd like to see your identification.
I didn't say I wanted a lift.
uh-oh, there's gonna be a rumble. Probably in the big guy's tummy.
Sure. No, you don't.
Stop it, don't let it.
I don't want to know where that gun came
You know, the TSA is getting really aggressive.
Hurt, we better get a doctor.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
Mexico.
You're not going to leave that man here.
With you.
But I like him. Bring him along.
Webster?
Come on.
from. Purse, lipstick, da.
I imagine they get a lot of bugs in their teeth.
That would be why they're racing at the breakneck speed of 40 miles an hour.
Now that the man is driving, there's serious music. That's how these
Well, I
movies
had to
work.
turn everything upside down, but I finally found... Well, where is everybody? Oh,
Like Ethel Mertz.
The taxes done got him, I swear.
operator, give me the police.
You
Right away.
stow it, Flo!
Hello, police. This is Wilma Belding at the Saddle Peak Lodge Cafe. Yeah, Wilma, W-I-L. What? I want to report a murder. Yes, a murder.
But I'm not dead.
Highway 74. Oh, for heaven's
Maybe
sake,
she's just seeing her
hurry up.
chance to, knock him off now.
Most exciting race ever.
It's a police car.
We join this funeral procession already in
Got a bullet for
progress.
them and one for you. You're going to see a lot of...
God, I hope that cop doesn't look in his rearview mirror.
Behave yourself, act natural, and there won't be any trouble.
Yeah, this is so natural.
Yeah, we're supposed to ride down the
Like
middle
quiet
of the
women,
road.
Stay that way.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to evade the cops when they're on the screen playing behind you in the background.
There's a gas station ahead. Better fill up before dark.
You can do better than that.
All right, look at the gas gauge.
Well, how the hell did you get up here?
Yeah, Now there's your problem. Your car's on stilts.
Jalopy, folks.
Fill her up.
Right.
Well, golly!
Huh?
You want the gas in the gas tank, don't you?
Could you tell me where the ladies' room is, please?
It's over there, lady.
Thank you. Excuse me.
On that bar tray.
You'll need the key attached to this giant tire.
Your wife?
Nope.
Pretty girl.
Yeah. Hey, would you check the oil and the tires, please?
Yep.
Such friendly and attentive service.
I got me a pretty hot little old V8. It's a wreck, but I had it modified and she goes like a bomb.
I mean, she explodes, periodically.
And drinks heavily.
Headed through the traps up a dry run. Did 103 miles an hour. What'll this one do it in? I said, what'll this one? I've been talking to myself.
Well, he darn disappeared.
Going someplace?
Wop, 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 wop.
I'm sorry, it's just I had Taco Bell for lunch and I had to get out of the bathroom as fast as
Well, it's all
possible.
checked out and ready to
You
go.
didn't wash your
24
hands,
hours.
did you?
Sure nice day to go.
Don't worry,
cruising
neither
around.
did the attendant.
Weather's like this tomorrow, I'm gonna take my old wreck and go for a spin.
You interested in racing?
Well, I just fool around. Got my old wreck to the point where she'll go from 0 to 50 in just 12 seconds. What'll this
By
one
the
do
way,
then?
this guy's trying to kidnap me. This guy right here. Just telling you before he takes me. Never mind.
She does. But he don't seem like the jag type.
Arrest him. He doesn't seem like the Jag type.
Now, Barney, you let me handle it, all right?
What took you
Okay.
He's still alive. You better call an ambulance. Did
Oh,
you see it?
now they
He
check.
shot him.
There's no gun wound.
Well, it must have been Frank Wester.
How do you know?
Well, I was the one that recognized him. I told this fellow here that's who he was. And then that girl that was
Girl
with
with Webster?
Well, she must have been. She sent me out of the back room, and when I came back, he was lying there.
Then you didn't see it.
Well, I practically did.
This is Sandals. I'm at the Saddle Peak Lodge Cafe.
Knows he could have had a heart attack from eating too many hamburgers.
Ambulance out here. Not determined yet.
No, he passed out and his
That's
blood
right.
sugar's too low. He didn't get the hamburger fast
Right.
enough.
What's the girl like?
Oh, kind of. You know the kind of girl you see with a guy like that.
Did you
A slut?
know what kind of car they were driving?
A jalopy.
Oh, did you see it? Can you describe it?
One
No,
with
I
four
didn't.
wheels, that's all I know.
But that's what he called it, the one they shot. He called her car a jalopy.
You better broadcast what you can figure out.
Young man and woman, old car.
Yeah. Get roadblocks set up. I wonder if you could come down to headquarters.
Sure.
Good.
I'd love to get out of this death trap.
That wasn't I wasn't asking you out for a date.
And then this dame comes in and orders pineapple juice. And I was telling her, a lady just ain't safe on the street these days. Do you want a cup of coffee? Then I find him on the floor. I better put some lipstick on. They might want to take my picture, huh? And then I noticed this other guy wasn't a bit interested in the case. So I told the girl. I said, look.
The lipstick isn't going to help. Trust me.
She's still talking. The scene's over, and she's still just there like,
I'd
cut.
appreciate you returning my car and my freedom.
Industrial light and magic couldn't help her face.
I'm running out of
afraid.
variations. I'm also running out of patience.
Any idea what to do about it?
several ideas, none of which I intend to discuss with you.
I'm sorry if I caused you any trouble.
Oh, don't let it bother you.
No, Grand Theft Auto, kidnapping, not a big deal. Nothing.
Don't tempt me.
What do you expect to get out of all this?
You and this fancy car are my passport out of this country. I expect to get a few more years to live.
And I suppose you'd do anything to get them.
Just about.
I would do anything to escape, but it won't do that.
Oh, yes, he will.
Don't try that again. I don't want to see you hurt.
He was in prison.
Because you're a nice kid. Besides, I haven't got time.
It'd be great if we could actually see what the heck she was getting out for.
Just hate me all the way to Mexico.
I not only hate you, I dislike you.
I always did have trouble making friends.
That's love.
Ruthless, cruel.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's important.
Because that's not suspicious.
It's important that the moment you see a cop car, swerve all around the road.
Turn on the dash lights.
Now what do you think you're doing?
That trucker talked, they'll be looking for me in this car.
You hope he's dead,
What?
so he can't describe the car.
Sure, Connie, sure. But there's a road here if I... We're going
Why
over the
does
mountains
everyone
and around
just
the cops,
assume
okay?
that he murdered him?
Am I supposed to say yes?
Yes.
Maybe it's the smell. Maybe the guy, you were like, oh my god, that's a terrible dead body. And the guy's like, I'm not dead. You're like, oh my god, now it's a zombie.
There's gas, alright?
When's the cop get out of his car and get on, you know, a motorcycle?
Stop this car. He's liable to shoot. Is that what you want? Stop the car!
So, were the yellow lines in roads just negotiable pre, like, 1970?
They're really just suggestions, yeah.
I'm getting that feeling watching the people in this movie. Oh, look, there they just went over the line again.
50, it's back when freedom ruled America. You didn't have to obey any rules.
In a rush, aren't you, folks?
What they're not telling you is this is actually one of those old electronic cards that should ride one of those electric rails down the middle of the road.
All this speed, you want to save it for the racetrack, you see? Now, take it easy along here.
Got any more ideas?
Not at the
They were
moment.
awfully lenient for police chases back then.
Take a walk.
Oh, just then, it's okay, never mind.
Low budget movie. Couldn't afford the insurance.
Good thing you couldn't recognize him with the complete lack of light.
Come on. You're more trouble than you're worth.
What's she doing? She was the one. You were the one driving like a maniac.
It was the
Why didn't that
50s.
officer recognize you back there?
Always
Maybe you
blame the
don't want my
woman.
fans. Start looking.
Shit.
For what?
The ignition key.
Whoa, what? Whoa, what?
Bark like a dog.
See anything?
I'm
Now.
not looking.
Got any matches? If you want to play rough,
I don't want to play at all.
well then don't.
All I wanted you to give me
Just
back my
shoot her
car and let
already.
me alone.
I would have to pick on someone like you.
Someone will come along soon.
With my luck, you're probably right.
Connie, you dare, huh?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to make this thing start.
Without a key?
It wasn't my idea, you know.
Hot wiring? What's that?
Did you care to tie yourself to the wheel, or shall I?
It's almost midnight.
Do you ride off on a broom?
Snap!
Didn't you know coyotes were afraid of humans?
You start all your cars this way?
Only the ones I steal.
So, yes.
What's that?
Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed.
Why didn't you tell me you had it?
Why didn't you ask me?
I don't think you can get much out of him, Sergeant. But you can try. Critical? It's difficult to say. Must have hit his head pretty hard.
Mr. Nielsen, can you hear me?
Hamburgers.
Policeman. Give me any information. Can you hear me?
I will gladly pay you Tuesday for
You were in a fight, Nielsen. A man and a woman were there.
Maybe they should have brought him to a real hospital.
What kind of car they were driving? Can you tell us? Were they driving an old car? Do you know the man who hit you?
It was an Oscar Mayer Wiener movie.
He's trying to speak.
I'm sorry, Grandma. I didn't mean to kill the dog.
These concussions are pretty tricky things, Sergeant.
Have you tried whacking him over the head repeatedly? That usually seems to bring him around on TV.
And it cures brain damage.
And amnesia. And amnesia. And amnesia.
Grind it till you find it.
So they're gonna just drive back and forth all night?
Yes, the Fast and the Furious!
You spend an awful lot of time being parked.
Of course not.
Yeah, it's more like the parked and the confused.
I said I was sorry.
You're about the sorriest creature I've ever known.
These low-budget films, they had to jump fast forward real quick.
His tongue has amazing sedative powers.
You're not going to sleep like this.
Turns out she's a criminal too, probably.
Change sides.
'Cause you stolen my heart.
Please untie me.
I'd like to have you close.
What if his is
I've
tiny?
known things to go along like this for years. And then get worse.
Little Stockholm Syndrome, you think?
Stockholm Syndrome.
Meanwhile, on the site of chips.
I don't know who you think you're looking for.
Well, it could have been Webster.
But I thought you said it was some fancy kind of car.
Ah, he could have changed cars.
Oh.
And he
Damn, I
finally,
wish we had toilet paper.
he finally buried the body.
Leaves aren't very good for toilet paper.
Country reminds me of the time I was bitten by a rattlesnake.
Oh, she was still
Only
alive.
5 years old. Me, not the snake. Snake died.
It figures.
What's the matter? Did you get up on the wrong side of the car?
I don't like this belt around my wrists.
It suits you.
Whoa!
All the comforts of home. Go wash your face.
So she lives out of her car?
Fresher, happier, and ready to beat the world.
Now, here's late news on the manhunt for the truck driver wanted for murder. Police have broadcast a description of Frank Webster, still reported at large. In a wild race through the Coachella Valley, Webster forced another truck into the ditch. The truck overturned and killed the driver.
Such a wild race.
From jail. Now, a general alarm is out for this dangerous criminal, and police through the southern half of the state are combing the area all the way to the border. It is reported Webster is accompanied by a young woman, but nothing is known of her.
You still didn't wash your hands.
They make you sound so exciting. Not at all like you.
A movie.
Hey, you stop more than you ride.
She's read the script.
Whoever they were, they must have gone on through to the highway. Well, maybe. Doesn't hurt to keep trying, though. I wish I'd taken a better look at them last night. Oh, let's take a break. Once over, this road's enough for me.
7 Mary 3 and 4.
Oh look, it's cops in the wild. Don't make any noise. Don't. We don't want to scare them off.
Coast around the cops. Come on.
Can we pet them?
No, you can't take them home. Who will feed them? Take them for walks.
Come on, we have donuts.
I think he has the Fred Flintstone car starting method a little wrong. Good try, though.
Until he gets to the braking mechanism.
I woke up this morning on a couch in a garage in Louisville. And it's been an uphill battle since then.
What were you doing in Louisville?
And that was the high point of the day.
Yeah, it's really been downhill since then. It's been... Yeah, it was... I was just like, I woke up and I was like, oh, where am I? Oh, yeah, right. And then, yeah, it was, you know, couch in Louisville. And then I had to drive home. The 71 corridor is not fun when you're only sort of awake. I cannot comment on the actual nature of the adventure I had, unfortunately. To protect innocent parties. Let's just say a good time was had by many.
And your wildest fantasies come true.
And leave it at that.
In Louisville.
Fantasies!
Just don't call it Louisville, no matter what you do.
Oh my.
I know it's spelled that way, but yeah, it's like they give you a lifetime ban if you call it Louisville.
Yeah. It's the same idea as saying I'm from Illinois.
Or Worcester. It's Worcester.
Worcester. With the Boston chowder there.
That chowder. I'm gonna park my car at the garage and have it yet.
You do that too well, Russ. That's just creepy.
I don't live that far from Boston, so
You live ideologically far, but not geographically far?
I kind of live like in the middle of nowhere in the state, so I could get to Boston, but I don't want to go there. Basically.
I feel that way about Detroit.
Now I've seen the size of Massachusetts, though. It's like, to me, who lives in Ohio, the concept of something being a far way away in Massachusetts is just like, no. I mean, I accidentally drove over Rhode Island once and didn't even realize it.
Well, it is
And
small.
I think I traveled the entire length of Rhode Island. And it's just like they get... You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we discovered that there were like 75 or 80 states in the United States. It's just the further east they get, the smaller they get. So that there's states that are literally like this big, that are just, you know, like hanging off of Massachusetts on the end. It's like, you know,
A square block.
No, we've discovered this is an actual state.
Well,
You
the
know,
western
from
part is
here to
all
the
sort
Quickie
of
Mart.
hills and forests and stuff.
Then how it works, though, it's like
yeah,
we started distributing states like off to the west, and as we started moving east, we were like, okay, we have to divide this smaller. We're going to run out. Not everybody will get a piece of cake. Come on. And eventually you get to the end, guys, and here we have some crumbs for you. Have them.
I find it particularly telling that Virginia was split into two parts during the Civil War, and after the Civil War, Virginia didn't want West Virginia back. And so it's still a state today. Nobody wanted it.
Yet they themselves did not become East Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
That is another thing.
They're the original
Do not
Virginia.
ever refer to Virginia as East Virginia.
And they say, no, we are
They will
Virginia.
also give
That's
you a
another
lifetime
place over
ban.
there.
You're pseudo-Virginia over there. You don't count.
Well, here in Ohio, we have a fairly large region called Westchester. There is no Eastchester. There's no Chester. There's just Westchester.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always bugged me. It'd be like, there is even an East Westchester. Like, the east side of Westchester is East Westchester.
Is that like being the central Midwest?
Oh, there they are, but, well, the heck with it, just let them go.
I don't know what the big deal is. I start my car like this all the time, but my car kind of sucks and really needs the momentum to get going, so...
Well, fortunately for them, Mexico is all downhill from here.
With this chase already.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, well, my steering wheel doesn't do anything.
Be there yet?
I'm still hungry.
Really, watch it. He's turning the wheel, and it has no relation whatsoever to what's happening behind him.
That's loose steering.
Must be like driving a boat.
The welcoming committee.
What, you're going to Canada now?
Well, welcome to the movie.
Mr. Racer, do you know you have a chimpanzee in your trunk?
I sure get up early.
You know, for some
Apparently
reason I'm going to
noon
miss
is
you.
early.
Thanks. Maybe we won't get a chance. Who's in those sport cars?
I don't.
Racers, maybe? Headed for the race?
I guess that windscreen is like just for
Mexico.
show, considering how
They'll
small it is.
recognize you.
Not if you're a good girl. And if you are, when this is all over, you'll still be alive and beautiful.
Really
I'll
just
never
something
get
to
away with
bang your forehead against when you crash.
Maybe not. But I'm gonna try. Viva Mexico.
Yeah, because the cops can't see that at all.
Remember what I told you. Don't try anything.
Especially against her white sweater.
You with the others?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Mexico.
Is this your wife, Mr.
Myers. Bill Myers. trouble, officer.
Enough of that.
I guess we'll never know how he managed to talk his way out of that one. Darn.
Ah, the hell with this. Let them all go.
So Mr. Myers and his wife are going to Mexico. Where do they start from? How do they get there?
Oh God, you're going to drive over that cop.
Are you going to ride with me in the International tomorrow?
Angles are all wrong, and he just keeps turning into the policeman's line of traffic.
And he's really, really big.
Tell the sergeant he's coming around. And tell him to hurry. Mr. Nielsen?
Hamburger.
Mr. Nielsen, how is he? Better make it fast.
I'm a policeman.
Gladly
I'm trying to help
pay
you.
you
Try to understand.
Tuesday.
A man and a
for-
woman were in the cafe, and a man attacked you. You know what they were driving. Can you remember?
Give me a hamburger.
Yes, go on.
Jack Daniels.
He's unconscious again.
Jag.
I need a
right.
spoon and a container of Crisco.
Chocolate shake.
Jaguar. Jaguar's a racing car. The waitress said it was a jalopy.
Pork chops.
Anyway, at this point, we got to try everything.
Onion
Tomorrow,
ring.
most of those cars will be at the International, fenced into a 5-acre park.
Here.
Ooh, now they lost that cop. Yeesh, that was close.
Well, now that we're in the park, we could stop and have lunch. Or is that impossible?
Nothing's impossible if you just
Maybe
believe.
you'd rather register for the race. Or is that impossible, too?
Register?
Your words confuse my Wolverine
Will
hair.
you give me a break?
Why should I?
Looks a little bit like Jack Nicholson there.
Leave injured men unconscious?
Maybe someday I can explain.
It looks like
Gonna get a
her.
load of me down in Mexico.
All right, don't give me a break.
It looks like her part was
remember, I've got
like
a gun and I
gouged
know
through
how
her
to use
skull with a chainsaw.
Checkpoint number 1.
Stapled
Checkpoint
down,
number
that's
1.
what it is.
Number 54, J.L. Clancy, approaching fast.
Car number 54, where are you? Oh, never mind, there you are, I can see you now.
Get that truck off the course. Let Clancy pass. Okay, Clancy. Oh, hi, folks. Going to register?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Just write the name of the driver and the car there.
Oh yeah, this is hot, so hot.
Okay, Clancy. You've qualified. Number 54, Clancy.
Why is
you've
there a bus
qualified.
full of
Come
orphans
in.
on the track? Clancy's going to hit it. Oh my God, it's terrible. The orphans are all dead.
Driving?
Yes.
Yes, I'm
Well,
right.
I guess you hadn't heard. They had a meeting last night. This course is too dangerous. All lady drivers are banned.
But I've got to.
I'm sorry, but that's what they decided.
I'll drive.
Oh, you're a racer, too.
Put me down.
You're stupid.
What name?
Myers. Bill Myers.
Address?
And it looks like you're constantly
El Centro.
constipated.
Identification? Okay, that does it. This is a map
Now,
of the course.
what country are they in again?
Now, first, the qualifying run today is the first 2 miles of tomorrow's race. That keeps the
Well,
trials
that's the
entirely within
flag
the
for
park. And we
Australia,
allow
so
one
my
run,
guess is they're going to be
run,
driving
get
from the
familiar with the
Australia
course.
to Mexico border.
Nice going, Clancy. Well, now after you've made this practice run, double back over this road and make a running start for your
Austraxico.
qualifying run. That'll be checked by
That is the
electric
flag
timer.
for Australia,
But
right?
just remember, this race is over the old
To Australia or New
road, through
Zealand?
the mountains along the coast into Mexico. It's a dangerous course. People can get killed.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Dare can ride with me, can't
Either
you?
way, definitely nowhere
Well,
near
with the
Mexico,
trials
right?
that you want,
Last
but
time
not
I
tomorrow.
checked.
You know, we've always had nothing but drivers in this race. Are you ready now?
As ready as we'll ever be.
Well, here are your numbers. 55. Stick them on before the test.
Well, I'll be watching you and Well, what's the matter, young lady? Are you hungry?
Well, yes, I am.
Well, if you'd like a sandwich...
No, thanks. Never mind. She's always hungry.
Oh, thank God. I really want this sandwich.
Notice all checkpoints. Notice all checkpoints. Number 55, Bill Myers, is about to start. Clear all portions of the course. Clear all portions of the course.
Hi, honey. Connie!
You police officers.
Connie, what's the matter?
They had a meeting last night. Won't allow any women drivers.
Oh, poor little Connie. And some
Yeah,
of them
but
are the
that's not
fastest drivers in the
condescending at all.
business.
And the best.
That's what I meant. You gonna take over?
Guess so. Well, we'd better get started with the trials.
I never saw this car before. Is it fully modified?
What?
You seem pretty new at this. Done much racing?
A little.
Take more than that. You're in with the best drivers in the country in this one.
That's what I hear.
Well, he's already got an advantage. He's not a woman.
I've been over them all.
Good for you.
Say, Connie, why don't you just pull out as long as you can't drive? I said, Connie, why don't you just pull out as long as you can't drive? It might be easier than taking a chance with the car.
I think I can manage it.
Apparently.
Because pulling out doesn't
How
work.
about taking in the antique race with me this afternoon? Or are you busy with your driver?
We'd be glad to. Thanks.
What are you, her keeper?
Sure thing. Thanks.
Well, everybody knows that if a race doesn't really want you to be driving it, it will find a way to eject your car from the race before you have a chance to win.
Where'd you get the Bill Myers?
They're going backwards on the course. You're supposed to stop at the finish, not dogs.
I think it was just indicating that the area was for the Finnish people.
Thank you.
One of your crowd, I suppose. Well, if he didn't have money, he wouldn't last 5 minutes.
He might even become a criminal, like you.
If he got lucky.
Here. Put this on. You may as well look the part.
Stupid.
Yeah, why the equestrian helmet?
They'll put hay
No, this is a polo race, didn't you know, dear?
Dangerous course, huh?
Those cars do have a lot of
Yes.
horsepower.
Especially for hay trucks. Gear down! Put it in the lower gear at all sharp turns. Don't lose RPMs.
You like this?
Yes. Now step on the gas after we hit the curve. Ever driven a sports car before?
No, but I've driven everything from hot rods to tanks.
Must all be furious because it's not very fast.
Seconds count. The way you drive, you didn't run that truck off the road by accident.
I thought you already decided that. Would you like to win the race?
I always like to win.
I don't think I can make it.
I don't think you will.
Thanks.
What?
I said thanks.
You're welcome.
Your hair looks nice.
Okay, Myers, you can double back to your qualifying run now. This is going to be a crowded one. Yeah.
Mr. Hillman?
Yes, what can I do for you?
Officer Faraday of the State Police. Wonder if I could check over your list of entrants.
Why, yeah, sure, but...
Country heard
We're
from.
looking for someone who might be hiding out in the park. We think he's driving a Jaguar.
Well, that's a new one.
It sure is.
Well, I'll do anything I can to cooperate.
You checked all the identifications of the entrants?
Oh, yes, they'll cross the border, you know.
We don't expect to see him in the race, but we have to take every
Yeah,
precaution.
he checked them by just
go right
asking
ahead,
who they were, and that was kind of it.
Okay, Myers, this is your qualifying. Let her go.
I'm not allowed to sell beer to anyone who's under 18, so will you ever born? Yes? Okay, you're fine then.
Cross the course. Post 12, that truck. Post 12, that truck. All right, you guys are correct. That was close. But now maybe you know what I've been talking about. Nice driving, Myers.
You and trucks just don't seem to get along.
You can say that again. How are we doing?
Don't lose speed.
I think that hat's gonna take off.
So, is her hair a helmet?
It's like the worst, the most useless face mask ever.
Looks like the little
Well,
lady.
it would help if
Is her hair a helmet or what?
It would help if they'd actually bothered to put a fan or anything on them to indicate that there was any wind, instead of just having them sitting there acting like they're,
I feel
driving.
almost as sorry for you as you do.
It looks like a stagehand is
You're a
like
real
just sort of
fighter,
trying
aren't
to
you?
shake the car a little bit.
And you're a criminal wanted for murder.
Maybe it's like a pedal car, and that's as fast
now
as he
you
can
can add
go.
kidnapping. We're getting out of this little playground.
Did you find anything to help you out?
No, thanks. I'll just hang around and keep my eyes open.
Thorough
Already
investigation.
kidnapped her.
Is everybody going to be hitting
Can't be a roadblock.
39 minutes in 5, 4, 3,
Think I was
2,
Dillinger.
1, go?
Does all this attention
Yep.
make you feel
Yep.
important?
Yeah, I'm
Not
about
very.
3 seconds
Get
behind.
word to them.
Okay, alright.
I wish I had.
I'll bet you do. You're lovely all the way.
Isn't she lovely?
What's going on down there?
Oh, the cops, they're looking for a guy that they think's here in the park.
Think this should be a crazy place to hide?
Well, you never know what they're going to pull next. They figure he's going to be driving a Jaguar.
What makes them think that?
Some fellow broke out of jail with a murder rap. They don't expect him to be racing, but for that kind of a car, he'd hang around here until the heat's off.
Oh, I don't have a car like that. Don't you?
I doubt it.
You folks racing?
Wouldn't miss it.
Hey, that's a nice-looking Jag you got there. They're,
I don't
looking for
know.
him to have a young woman with him.
Come on, Bill. If you're going to get any rest, we'd better go.
Say, the fellow they're looking for is Frank Webster, in case you run into him. Good luck in the race.
It's okay, we'll be sure to ask him what his name is.
Thanks.
And apparently the Stockholm syndrome is starting to sink in.
Oh, let's take a break.
Why here?
Nobody ever comes here. There's an old house up the road. It's been abandoned for years.
We can be alone.
Not sure this would be the best place to be alone if, as she said, nobody ever comes there.
Oh, I get it.
Vincent, block him in and run! And she's not... Okay.
There's plenty of places to kill someone and hide their bodies.
She's got to be one of the worst hostages I've ever seen as far as hostaging. You know?
No, she's good at being a hostage. She likes it.
Thanks. Again.
I discovered this place when I first started coming down to the races. I've sort of considered it mine ever since. Won't you come into my parlor?
Where'd you get the coat?
What's the pitch?
Nothing. I'm just tired. So are you. Besides, you said something about an explanation. I'd like to hear it.
On the level?
Well, at the moment, the only thing I have against you is I never got that egg salad sandwich.
She's gotten past that whole waving the gun around in her face all the time, huh?
Frank!
You run away?
Later.
And now that you've eaten that, I'd like to tell you about the antidote.
Maybe we can mail it to him.
How romantic. He stole the food for her.
Couldn't be better.
You know, I've never seen
A thoughtful
anyone else
criminal.
here.
Good spot.
No cops, no robbers, no people. When are you going to give yourself up, Frank?
I'm not going to.
I am never
Just
going
face
to
that
give
jury
me
sometime.
up. I'm never going to let
That's some romantic
you
idea that I'm going to give
go.
myself up and face a jury
I'm
that's
gonna
stacked against me. You can forget
drive around and
What makes you so sure the jury's
eventually
going to be
desert
against
you.
it. Connie, look, you're a smart girl. You know a lot about Jaguars, but don't tell me about a fix in a small town when it's mad or a card game when you haven't got any cards.
Well, Frank, the whole world isn't against you. You'll get an even break if you give it a chance.
Yeah, like being put in jail.
Listen, Connie, all my life
Just
I've
like
been
the
trying to get
Memphis
by on my own
3.
because that's the way I figured it. After the Army, I
One of
saved the
them.
money, so I bought myself a truck. Not 2 trucks or a fleet. No partners, just me. Turned out I was bothering somebody. Guy who owned a lot of trucks. He tried everything. Undercut me, everything. But I figured I had my rights, so I stuck. And one of his drivers tried to run me off the road. All I was trying to do was keep from getting killed. And his truck went over the sod.
And how come they accuse you of murder?
2 minutes later, one of his other drivers was there yelling his head off about how I drove his buddy over the cliff. He didn't even seem to care much that he was dead.
Why did you break out of jail? No jury in the world would convict you if you told them what happened.
If I got to a jury. Those truckers were coming to get me. They weren't waiting for a trial. I had to break out of jail.
That gang of hoodlums probably slept it off the next morning. If you go back now, they won't have anything to do with it.
They've got everything.
Yeah, sure they won't. They don't hold, those Teamsters don't hold grudges at all.
Look, I'll tell them what
it's
happened.
not like they were going to sneak a
They'll get
truck
lawyers.
into the prison and a cake or something.
You've got to believe in yourself, in the law.
There was a cement truck to give him a cement overcoat.
Sure, Connie.
There was a guy there just... Oh,
Good afternoon.
Is that your car?
Yeah?
Well, you ain't supposed to be here, you know.
No.
I guess
No,
I'm gonna have to
Wait
kill
a
you.
minute, Snub
Are
Pollard.
you folks from the races? Sure would like to see them. Boy, that's a good-looking car. Luckily, I came by. You know, after sunset...
Are you from the Keystone
cops
Cops? Sure would like to see some of them.
And they arrest you and pinch you.
Cops would come here?
Yeah, looking for the kids, you know. Kind of a lover's lane. Well, good evening.
Frank,
Yeah, I
didn't
thought
know.
they said they
Smart,
never
like I said,
came.
Connie, but not
Never
smart
mind.
enough.
Frank, I swear.
Got any more
I don't think we want to know what he was really doing there with that shovel.
that was the weirdest random
You see why I
encounter
don't?
we've ever had.
Well, what do you expect? You hate the world, and the
Didn't
world
even
hates
get any
you.
XP or loot.
And that specifically and especially includes me.
So, yes, if Superman is to made-up bullshit science what Captain Marvel is to magic, then if magic hurts Superman, does made-up bullshit science hurt Captain Marvel?
Well,
like, it's like, I have a chunk of unobtainium here. It's like, oh no, it's sapping my magical abilities with its complete and total fake 3D effects. No!
Let me show you perfectly working cold fusion.
It's a perpetual motion machine. Ah, it bends!
0 point
Clean, clean burning coal.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Creationism. But you know what are you gonna do? Superman was Canadian, so.
All right.
Well, the people who made him were Canadian.
Exactly.
I'll be right back.
I always wondered what, you know, they did like the Superman where he landed in Russia instead of the United States. I'd love to see them do a Superman if he'd landed in Canada. With him, like, you know, in white with the big red maple leaf on his chest. And
Yeah, his uniform would have to be made out of denim, partly.
and he's got the deerstalker hat. Not the deer. What's the
The
one
one
that's
with
got
the
the
ear
ear
flaps?
flaps? Yeah,
Hunter cap.
yeah, he's got one of those on. Maybe that's
Or a trucker hat.
Maybe that's the glasses for Canadian Clark Kent. He puts on the hunter hat, and they're like, "It's you, Superman A." And
What would be his kryptonite? Molson ice?
Oh, bacon.
Oh, that's just mean.
Whoa, it's kryptonite. You're a total hoser, dude, man, Lex Luthor. Well, you won't be like that, dude. Eh? I'm all like super and stuff. Have a beer, eh? Chill out.
Let's go see a Leafs game, eh?
What would be well, let's throw this out to the viewing audience. What would be Canadian Superman's kryptonite?
Someone speaking in French?
I wonder if you'd have to have like a smaller S underneath the regular S.
Probably, so he's bilingual.
Would they even call him Superman?
Super dude, probably.
What?
Well,
What?
no, I mean he'd be.
Super hoser.
The Canadians are pretty humble. He'd be just like pretty good man.
You're okay, man.
Pretty cool, man.
A barbershop quartet.
Oh, she's pretty good at fencing, I see.
No, it's a gateway crime.
Let go my arm.
Now she chooses to run away. Yeah. Okay. She wanted to get caught again.
That's it. I'm making you ride on the roof.
And I'm gonna call you Seamus.
And you're gonna be fine. You'll love it.
Favor! Hey! Favor!
Sit down.
He can't hear you anyway. It's a projection on a screen.
You pull me over and you want me to do you a favor when you've never really,
go without me,
you know,
would you?
changed my oil ever.
I'm serious, Connie. Don't try anything.
Hi there.
Hi.
Well, where have you two been hiding out? Say, this isn't a big romance, is it?
Oh, of course not.
What time does the antique race start?
We ought to make it just about now. Connie, I'll let you ride with me.
No, thanks. We'll meet you there.
Okay, don't run away again.
Johnny Douche, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Douche.
And in this opening race, we have everything but the Stanley Steamer. Oh, I take it all back. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Here is the Stanley Steamer, ready to defend its honor against the Model T. Wait a minute.
Another country you heard from.
Dennis Maxwell. Well, folks, you can see for yourselves the race is about to begin.
Not everybody can get in the marshal stand.
Looks like everybody has.
What?
Tell me, where have you two been all afternoon?
Oh, we just picked up a bite of lunch.
When you gonna get your pit check?
Huh?
I
they're
when
fine.
You're gonna get your pit checked.
Oh, no. No problem at all.
Why don't you tell him?
Isn't it exciting? Oh, we're going to get checked over and gassed up in the morning.
Say, Mr. Myers, how'd you and Connie ever
What?
meet each other?
Oh, look.
Stock footage away!
And now we have the announcement of the winner in
Is
this,
it
the last
bad
race.
that
Mr.
the
A.J.
ancient
Jones
cars
driving his
are
Maxwell.
going faster than their car was going most of this movie so far?
How about something to eat?
Fine.
Well, they're
Would you
saving
like to
all their
join us,
horsepower
Mr.
for
Myers?
later.
Yeah,
Don't want to run
thanks.
out.
The winning cars in the Concorde Elegance are now on display
You're
on the
paying.
lawn. The grand prize winner in the $10,000 and over class, a Rolls-Royce convertible owned by Mr. Jack Milner of Beverly Hills, is at the head of the line.
A man who drives as well as you should see this.
Sure, it'll be an education.
He'll be so interested.
May we see your car, sir?
Certainly may.
Thank you. Now, this is one of the few convertible Rolls Royces ever made. Exactly like the one owned by the King of Denmark.
It's beautiful.
Say, Connie, the way you stowed away those hot dogs, I thought you said you just had lunch.
It's the fresh air. The peace and quiet of the country.
Peace and quiet. They're keeping it undercover, but a friend of
That's
mine...
right,
told
the
me to
fresh
look
air
for a
makes me
murderer.
want to cram as
A guy
many
named Frank
wieners
Webster.
into myself
They
as
think
I
he's in the
can.
park.
I think this would be a nice place to hide out.
They don't actually know he's guilty, do they?
He's guilty. Say, where'd you say you were from? Phil, isn't it?
El Centro.
Oh? Say, do you know Elmo Redding up there?
No, I don't.
That's funny. Thought everybody knew Elmo. Owns half the town.
No, I don't remember him.
You recognize him. He's a little red guy.
I needed a driver. I heard they might ban women drivers, so I asked Bill to drive for me.
Thought you said you hadn't driven much.
But he has. He's driven lots.
You don't look like a sports car man.
Yeah, well, you don't look like a man.
Well, it's a rather expensive hobby.
Money doesn't make a good driver, Pete.
Well, I didn't say it did, Connie. All I said was that Bill didn't look like a sports car man. Looks more like a truck driver to me.
Come on, Bill. Let's get up to the pit.
Say, Connie, I never thought I'd see you with that type.
Don't ever see me with your type either.
Mrs. John Howell, your small son Peter is at the announcer's
She doesn't have enough
He
penis
says
for
he
his
is
type.
lost, but you are. If anyone has a set of extra spark plugs for a Ferrari, please check the...
This is where we get checked over. Eddie!
Hi, Miss Adair. How are you?
Fine, Eddie. How are you?
Can't complain. How's the car feeling?
Oh, it's fine, too. Would you check it over for me?
I guess you're not driving in the race.
This is Bill Myers. He's driving.
She sure is a hot one, Mr. Myers.
She sure is. Can I leave it here
I bet
tonight
the
and get
cat.
it first thing in the morning?
I'll have
So
it ready
did
for you
he.
first thing in the morning.
Thanks, Eddie.
Hey, Sally. Hi, Connie. How are you? Where's your wheels? Well, we left that car in the pit. Hi, you been buzzing any hay trucks lately?
No.
That was the most.
Oh, Sally Phillips, this is Bill Myers.
Glad to know you. Come on, we're going to a party.
Whose?
Mine.
What for?
For fun.
I mean, what's the occasion?
Oh, all of us lady drivers who aren't allowed to drive are going to celebrate breaking training.
Ah, a
Now,
pity
you know
party.
You've never been in training.
Does that mean I can't break it? Come on.
There's going to be
Hey, what did you say
drinking,
tonight?
and pillow
Or,
fights,
should
and
I ask?
secrets.
We're
More
looking.
drinking.
You'll never find anything around here. This town's packed. You want to stay with us? Oh, we don't want to intrude on your folks. Oh, won't be any trouble. We'll have a ball. You haven't got a friend?
Yes, it's the luckiest convicted ever there was.
Believe me, he hasn't. Well, it won't be any intrusion. My folks are going to be up all night anyway. How come? Well, my dad's a deputy, and they're looking for a man. Oh, I was going to say.
Scratch that.
And who isn't? But they'll be out beating the bushes and coming back for coffee and out looking and coming back for sandwiches and... Well, let's go.
You know, I
They
just
sure do
figured
like
I'd
sandwiches in this
like
movie.
to say.
Yeah, speaking of beating the bushes, you want to come back to my house? Because
If you're in such a rush, I'll give you a lift.
This movie has been so far.
I begin to understand why you haven't got a friend. Think it's worth it, Connie, to find a guy that can drive?
Well, nice to have met you.
Then I'll give you something else
Likewise,
later.
Sure. Say, if you don't want to go to the party, would you like to join the manhunt?
No thanks.
I didn't think
Because
so.
we could use a man.
He's version of a porn movie where they just find someone who invites them over for stuff.
Where are we going, Frank?
They'll be making an entirely different kind of sandwich.
Would you rather give up than get caught?
No. Come on. Me and that car together are just too hot for this park till we're on our way to Mexico.
Well, where are we going now?
For a walk. It takes all night.
Oh, Frank, what on earth are you trying to prove?
That it's harder to hit a moving target.
Well, you keep moving.
we have to take this ring back to Mordor.
Trust me, dude.
Any reason why I should?
It looks like they're already in Mordor.
Haven't been any help at all.
You're good company, though.
Couldn't we just stop on the side of the road?
No.
I'm gonna eat you if we run out of food.
I said no.
I'm tired.
Exercise is good for your
Once
figure.
again, they
There's
seem
nothing
to
wrong
be
with my
neither
figure.
fast nor particularly
I've noticed.
furious.
I'm not going any farther.
I'd say they're more wobbly and whining at this point.
We don't have the full title of this movie. It originally was Fast and Furious are in some other movie.
Everybody's on your side.
Oh, I like it here.
I thought you would.
Was it good for you?
At the end of this
Bill?
movie, it'll turn out they don't really want to arrest him, just to tell him, hey, we found out you weren't guilty, so everything's okay.
Oh, Frank, you're as tired as I am.
Don't tell me you like it here, too.
Oh my god, it's horrible! Whatever that thing is that he's looking at. Ah!
I think this is sex talk.
50s style.
You're not sure, Mark? Have you ever heard it before?
I have, but not from the 50s. Are you as tired as I am? Come on, let's go.
Not much, but
I don't know.
we call it home.
He's carrying her somewhere.
How did you know about it?
Criminal mind, always checking the
That's how you pick up girls, right?
Oh, Frank, why didn't you tell me we were coming someplace different?
Oh, I've been doing it wrong.
Oh, well, I don't. Oh, Frank,
Look better after the furniture arrives.
I'd rather walk.
Don't go away.
We have to pick out
Frank, you're not
swatches
still
for
afraid
the
I'll run away.
couches.
Get around a little, Connie, but this is life and death, mine. So we'll play it real safe.
All I want you to do is give yourself up and face the charges.
And I want you to mind your own business.
Okay. For all I care, you can go to Africa. And stay there.
Well, yeah, because once we're done driving from Australia to Mexico, we can just keep right on going straight to Africa.
It's just around the corner.
I'm sure they'll like the raids there.
Convince you that
I love you.
Bow, 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 bow.
Oh my god, did I just... Oh my god! What was I thinking? This is a horrible mistake. I need to run. I need to run now.
Can't get enough of your love, baby.
Good morning.
Ah, so that was the Fast and the Furious.
It will be the ultimate walk of shame.
You sure it's not gone in 60 seconds?
Great day for the race. You're beautiful in the morning. I'll miss you.
And you're still you in the morning.
You won't have the opportunity.
Meet me in Mexico?
If you go to Mexico, you'll give up the only chance you've got.
That's not the way
Even
I
when
see
he's
it.
happy, it
Well,
looks like
believe
his
me, you see
underwear
it
is too
wrong.
tight.
If you'll give me a chance, I'll prove it.
Send me a postcard.
Don't you want me?
I want you. You're the most beautiful thing
You
I've
can
ever
tell
known.
they had sex because she took her coat off.
Oh, but you're innocent.
Ooh.
It isn't what you are that counts.
It is.
It's what you get taken for.
Someday what you really are is going to catch up with you. It'll be worth fighting for. I just hope it isn't too late.
There's got to be a morning
Thanks for
after.
Frank!
I'll tell them where you are.
Oh, Frank! Please, don't do this.
I'm sorry.
That's my convincing voice. I yell like this when I'm feeling regret
All
about
drivers who have not
things.
yet signed their insurance forms, please report to the booth.
It looks like she could just push that shack over anyway.
Dr. Sampson, call your office.
Hi, Eddie. Oh, good morning, Mr. Myers.
Where do I start?
Great little car. She's in top shape.
But I wanted to go to Mexico.
Help! 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 Somebody come let me out!
Your attention, please. All cars on the starting line. All cars.
Good luck, Mr. Myers.
Jackson, 39, get at the starting line. This is the feature race, the International, a 98-mile race into Mexico. The track is closed.
So at 98 miles,
Sure has a lot of faith
this
in you.
race should take, what,
Seems
4
to.
hours at the
Too much,
speed
in
they've
my
been driving? 5?
I still don't think you belong here, and I think I'll prove it. Good luck.
Thanks for everything.
Golden crisp or tender as you please. Just dial the shade you want. Pour in batter. Waffles bake automatically. Signal light tells you when they're done. Waffle grids come already seasoned. Won't stick.
That's pretty complicated for an easy bake oven.
This is your Fostoria waffle grill baker from 1950 something.
Why do you even have one of those?
It was there when they were made.
I don't have a waffle baker. I just have the booklet. Tells you how to use a grill. Look at that. Isn't that great? Tells you how to do stuff.
It's like Dorian Gray's waffle maker. Somewhere out there, there's just a waffle that's getting slowly more and more crispy as Mark ages.
But he just still looks like gooey old batter, doesn't he? Your all-purpose Fostoria grill waffle baker with the reversible grids.
Ooh.
You're still blurry. But then
I'm working on it.
everyone's blurry to me. I don't really wear a fedora at home. Just saying, if you were wondering.
It's not your normal dress.
Well, not in the house. Like, I don't sit around watching TV with a fedora on. I'm not like Mr. Rogers. I come home and I, change my hat or something.
He changes from his work fedora to his casual fedora.
His hand-knitted fedora.
It's like a Mr. Rogers change up, take off the fedora, hang it up, put on a new one, sing a song as you go. Won't you be my neighbor?
He tosses the old one in the fireplace and then goes and unwraps a new one from its vacuum package that's in the closet. He's like, fresh fedora. This'll keep me going for another 6 hours.
Really good at running people off the road, by the way. You know.
So, step 1, set fire to the building that you're trapped in. Step 2, step 3, be rescued.
This is right up there with, hey, I smell gas. Let me light a match and see where the leak is.
I think step 2 must be die by asphyxiation.
Turns out that this shack is actually where they used to store dynamite and black gunpowder.
The race will start any moment.
We see you, Ron. You don't have to keep flashing that damn flag.
But what if some of the people in the back don't know we've started yet? Maybe he's just a flag enthusiast. He's like, yeah, I like flags! I like flags!
Most brilliant plan ever.
Well, it looks like Cheech and Chong are in there.
It's that damn truck driver that tried to kill them the other day.
Can you give me a ride to the races? Sure, but
hiding her face.
Clean later.
The field is spreading out. Daniels in the lead, Robinson second, Nagel third.
Engine 51, Squad 51.
But Nagel is moving up to challenge Robinson for second.
Please enjoy this stock footage of an actual race.
The field after the inverted start are the two fastest qualifiers. Bill Myers at 55 is driving cautiously, seemingly just in there for the ride. But he's being pushed by Beaver Hatfield, who's driving that very hot 17C and wants to make a real race of it.
I think the cameraman's car is losing. So this has just evolved from, you know, like a thrilling love something, whatever, to now it's just car porn. It's like, here, let me show you our awesome cars that we rent.
With Hatfield pressing Myers all the way, almost forcing him to stay in there. He's crowding Myers into the turn at Myers.
Gonna lose the race. Everyone watching.
Back up the horse, picking up speed. He was driving caution with this, but now he's really moving. Maybe he wants to be Hatfield back with that crowding on the turn, but he'll have to catch him first. Entering turn number 7, Bucker.
So Frank's going to accidentally kill the other guy, and then his Bill Myers persona will be burned because it'll also be wanted for murder for running somebody off the road. I'm thinking this might possibly be a theme for him.
Will he then have to kidnap another girl to take her car and then go to Guatemala?
This all happened
Two
before.
separate cars, yeah.
It will all happen again. And again.
It's like some kind of carception.
It's karma.
As they approach the last turn onto the park, Stucker holding the lead with Daniels pressing close behind. Myers and Hatfield are in a challenging position for the lead as they swing out of the park and into the mountains on the way to Mexico.
But any more deaths and it's going to be
Further
carnage.
progress on this great race, the International. Listen to the bulletins on your radio.
I miss car.
We all miss Carl.
All right, there's the phone, but I don't see what good it's going to do you. The race has already started.
Operator, give me the police. Police.
Hi, Sting. I just wanted to tell you that I really love your music.
The driver of car 55 in the International is Frank Webster. Just had to stop.
He got
before.
Sting because he kind of looked a little bit like Frank Sinatra, but they couldn't afford him.
Thanks for the lift.
Dropping a dime on her man.
It looks like it's okay now, Eddie.
Yeah, she's all ready.
Harrison!
Connie, how are you?
Harrison, can I
Too
use
bad
your...
you can't drive in the race.
Because you're a
Why
woman.
aren't you racing?
Something happened to the starter, but...
Is it all right now?
Yeah, sure, but...
Could I use your car?
Connie, it's too late to drive in the race.
I've got to get to the border. I'll use the main highway.
Say, what is this?
I'll explain it later. It's important
It's
to me,
a
Harrison.
stick-up. I'm stealing your
Eddie,
car.
Is she ready to go now? Perfect. Connie,
She learned from
are
the
you sure
best.
you're all right?
I will be. Thank you, Harrison.
Oh, nope, that's reverse. You just ran over some old people.
Wait, is that a woman in that car? There's a woman in that car. Stop her. She can't race.
Start it all over again.
Damn these suffragettes!
Cruising USA.
This race goes from point A to point B, right? So, if she left the grandstand, how is she going to catch up to...
Frank's GPS is just like, swerve uncontrollably to the left. In 300 yards, swerve uncontrollably to the right. In a half mile, run the person in front of you off the road.
You're taking the scenic route, buddy!
I think there's a truck in front painting those lines right in front of the cars.
I'm glad that they decided to forego any further character development and just spend the last 10 minutes of this movie showing cars racing. It really makes up for the lack of fastness or furiousness throughout the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it starts out kind of slow, but it really picks up at the end.
By 45 minutes in, which I didn't, I'm not going to care about them now. I believe they may have just killed a cameraman, though.
Taking a shortcut. I don't think she's on the racetrack anymore.
Well, that's why they don't let women drive.
The white jag. Here he comes.
Driving down the street, he gets the funniest looks from everyone he meets.
Oh, the Mexican Border Patrol.
Yeah, they should really invest in building a larger fence to keep people from the United States escaping into Mexico like that. You wouldn't want people just wandering across your border all of the time, especially those damn U.S. criminals fleeing to deciduous tree-lined Mexico.
Are you supposed to go to Mexico? Why do you have to crash the border?
I just want to tell...
It looks like he's giving that other car a piggyback ride with his car.
You see, when two sports cars love each other very, very much...
Can't get enough of your love, baby.
Damn it, it's killing people again.
It's only a model. Though I believe that guy's car may have accidentally run over Cheech and Chong.
I don't think that guy has any bones in his body anymore.
Oh, my spider!
Now kiss!
You all right, Faber?
Yes, thanks.
Get your hands off me, you filthy peasant!
He's all right.
Darling, Oh, hello, dear.
I turned you in.
How'd you get out?
Set the building on fire.
You're a pretty dangerous character yourself.
You
could have run away instead of helping him. Why didn't you?
Because you're right, Connie, and I'm going back. Besides, I'm in use to you.
Oh, Frank. What you really are is worth fighting for. And it isn't too late.
What, a tool?
For us, it's just the beginning.
The cops then take the blind turn going 80, sending their cars rolling over the both of them, killing everyone. The end.
Yay!
Alright. So, Fast and the Furious. I was really disappointed with Vin Diesel's acting in this. I expected better of him.
The movie wasn't fast enough for me.
You know, I would have been furious if I'd paid full price for this.
Yeah, the movie's kind of bottom heavy. It's like slow, race cars, and then it's over.
I thought it was kind of funny at the end that it seemed that he was trying to win the race. For some reason.
He was like,
I still don't know why he crashed a gate when they would have just let him go.
Yeah.
The Fast and the Furious 2 is nothing but him sitting in a courtroom while they argue about whether or not he actually killed the guy.
See, I thought it was him just sitting in a slow boat to China, just floating on the waves. You know, Tokyo Drift. It's just kind of... Sorry.
Put up a fan.
And whatever you do, don't do this.